All right, welcome to the weekly analysis on Naijapitchside. Make we talk am as e don happen throughout the week for the world of sport. Now, I would like make we begin with the hottest transfer news so far. Alexander Isak to Liverpool. This deal na one deal wey don dey talked about because of just yesterday, or I think yesterday it was reported that Newcastle rejected a bid of 120 million for Isak. First of all, questions arise that is it worth it? Like, is it worth that bid? And secondly, let's look into things like, can it fit the high tempo play of Liverpool? What do you think?
So first of all, I I read the news yesterday that Isak was training at his former club, Real Sociedad.
Yeah, it's just,
So like it raises questions. You have not put in effort to show that you want this move. You have not asked for a transfer. You have not put in a transfer request to show that you are serious about the
I
move.
think he has put in the transfer
But
request.
no, he just came out to say I want to leave.
Okay.
So just like to me, I think Liverpool feels that he has not shown. Newcastle feels that he has not shown the seriousness of leaving, because if you compare both players to both, if you compare him to Victor Hugo when he said he
Yeah.
wanted to leave Sporting, everybody saw his action. They saw what he did. He said, "I'm not going to play for this club again." He went on strike. The club started preseason. He was not even ready to join the
Yeah.
team. But on Isak own, you see, Isak just went to his former club to start training. He just said, "I want to leave," but he has not shown that seriousness about leaving. Well, it's a nice move, but uh, I trying to see how he can fit into the game at Liverpool, because they just got Ekitike as their striker. Except you now play as a second choice, or I don't know the formation that the
Now
coach
the
will
thing
now
is,
use.
Isak versus Ekitike for that team. Ekitike don already come in. We all know that Liverpool no get a player for such an amount and decided to bench him. Now going for Isak also. Do you think they are just trying to have the squad depth, or they want to be their long-term future on one of them? Because I think Isak is older than Ekitike. I think Isak is 26
Yeah,
and or 26, 27, and Ekitike is
24.
23 or 24. Yeah. So do you think on a longer term project, Ekitike is more preferred to Isak? But Isak, just let's have a competitive player, a player that can give us goals and all
So
of it.
for Liverpool going for Isak, I feel
Yeah.
he has that Premier League experience. He has been in the Premier League, and they would prefer him over Ekitike, because Ekitike is just coming from the German league.
Yeah.
So Issa has this Premier League experience more than Ekitike, and I feel that Liverpool will play him over Ekitike. So it will be a good addition to the team, no doubt. But I don't know if they are building on a future team, because you cannot say and his slot will stay for the next 10 years to build on this same team.
There's every possibility now. Liverpool no be club wey dey sack managers wey dey perform like that, because we saw what they did with club until he said he wanted to leave before he left. Let's just hope and it's love to be like that. All right, another transfer news that has been trending online is Xavi Simons to Chelsea.
I thought it's
Now,
a done deal already.
well, for every player Chelsea has gone for this summer,
Yeah.
they get them. So now we feel Xavi Simons will get to Chelsea eventually. But the player deleting his current club's photo and their this thing on his bio, does it mean anything? Because I used to have issues with player wanting to leave a club and you see them avoiding training, deleting pictures they took with the club, removing the club from everything that concerns them. I used to feel, if this player dey make these moves just to leave his current club to join, when he's now out of favour with you too, will he do same thing? Is that not a bad omen already before the player comes, or is just the players way of forcing their move?
So one thing is, you should be asking one question. When you sign a contract, there are some
Yeah.
clauses in the contract. You can say, okay, after 2 years, after 2 seasons, if a sizable offer comes in, you can go. But you see some club going back against such agreements. The player will say, okay, let's sign a contract at the end of the season. If a good club from another country comes in, I'm eligible to leave. They say, okay, fine, they sign it. But at the end of the day, after the seasons, another club comes to sign the player. And the club will now say, no, that was not our agreement. We don't meet our criteria, or they have not met your release clause. So we cannot go. And it forces these players to go extra miles in doing otherwise. So for me, if he has that clause and the club goes against it, it's wrong. and him going to delete all his pictures of the former club from the bio when he has not yet moved to the new club is also wrong. You are painting a bad image to yourself because at the end of the day, if the move doesn't go through, you now see yourself as
Yeah, yeah, and you have to remain in the
you
current
have to
team
remain in
after
the
the
team.
deleting.
So all those things, to me, I just feel that it's only when everything has been agreed and your medical, you passed your medical,
You can now
you can
go,
now go back to do all those
because
things.
one thing is not like Chelsea has not even submitted an official bid for him. I think underground talks are
Official has
going
not
on.
been
Sent
sent.
to the club. He's just, I'm linked to Chelsea and I want to go to Chelsea. Now the club will want you. They've not sent a bid for you. They've not even agreed personal terms with you. I think he's doing it a bit too much, or he's going too far. Now another player that is trending online again, or another trending topic in the world of sports, is Ademola Lookman to Inter Milan. Now it was yesterday that Atlanta rejected a bid of 45 million from Inter Milan. And Lookman also has taken the same step. He has refused to return to training. He has stated that he will not return to training. He has deleted everything that concerns him and Atlanta. He wants to leave Atlanta this season, which I think is the best time for him to leave Atlanta. But Atlanta rejecting a bid of 45 million, is the bid too small?
So first of all, I think there was a time he had issue and the club could not even defended him.
Yeah, that
You
penalty incident
yeah.
last season.
So to me, I think his mind was already made up at that point that if at the end of the season a new club he gets an offer from another club that he might be ready to make the move. Now, 45 million pounds for Ademola Lookman is not a bad deal. It's a very fair deal for Atlanta. And rejecting it, I know they are playing balls, hard balls, so that Inter can up their offer, which I know is very good. But at the same time, you cannot just outrightly reject the offer. You can just okay, this is release clause. This you have to pay 50 million pounds, not a club bringing 45 million pounds and you
Yeah.
are outrightly rejecting it. You know, there was a time when Wenger bid for Suarez at Liverpool. Liverpool
Yes.
said Suarez had 45 million pounds release clause, that any club that bid above that amount, above the 45 million, that they are ready to listen to the offer.
Yeah.
And Wenger offered 45.1, I think 45 million,
And
$100,
some.
or well, I know it was one that ended, like it was a $1 above the 45
Yeah.
million plus, and Liverpool outrightly came out and said it was an insult to them. To me, it's not an insult, because if you set a clause, okay, this is the amount this you can get this
When a
class,
club is coming for
and
and
a
they are
club
meeting
comes
the
with that same
valuation.
amount, with that same evaluation, to me, I think you can just okay, let's open a negotiation, let's negotiate on the fee. Fine, you have met the release clause, but you're just playing about it. Let's just come to an agreement. So for Atlanta to reject that offer, it's bad. At least give room for negotiation and then allow the player to leave.
Yeah, because for me, I actually think that fee is quite small. To be sincere, I think that fee is quite small. Ademola Lookman is a player that can guarantee you the numbers, and that is why we are seeing a team like Inter Milan coming for him. Now, this is a player that is currently the African best player. We've seen players from the African continent move. For instance, Osimhen just moved. Yes, you cannot compare Ademola Lookman to Osimhen in terms of
Yeah, yeah.
the numbers they can offer and their balling abilities, but we've seen Brian Mbeumo join Manchester United for 3 million. We've seen Victor Osimhen for 75 million. So Ademola Lookman going for 45 million is quite small. But Atlanta acting nonchalant is just the issue there. They are not willing to let him go. I think they are not willing to let him go because they lost their number nine, their striker this season to one team in the, I think, Qatar League. He left this season. So they don't want to lose another star player. We can see that same thing happen to Brentford in the league. They've lost Mbeumo. They've lost their goalkeeper to Bayer Leverkusen. They are about losing Wisa to Newcastle United. Arsenal got knocked out from them. So it's already assured that it's going to be a tough season for them. I think Atlanta wants to evade such issues.
So what if at the end of the day, maybe a day or two to the end of transfer
Yeah.
window, Inter now comes up with another offer that you cannot reject. So when we don't have time to look for his replacement.
So it's better they just let him go now. Look for a
Yes, and
replacement.
then start looking for a
Very
replacement.
good, very good. So another hot take is, going to Inter Milan, there have been a couple of African players that have played for Inter Milan, Samuel Eto'o,
So,
Sule Muntari, and all of that. Do you think he'll be able to keep up with the African legacy in Inter Milan?
well,
No, Eto'o was a gem for them.
well, he has been in that league. He has played in that league, and he knows the league very well.
Yeah.
So I don't think it will be a new challenge for him. It shouldn't be a new challenge for him because he knows the league very well. So I think he might just need to up his game, and then with the support of his teammates, he can actually make it in the team.
Yeah. All right, another trending topic is Manchester United being linked to the PSG goalkeeper Donnarumma. Now, let's just make a comparison or analysis. Donnarumma versus Onana. I know it's a laughable one because everybody go agree say Donnarumma dey like 10 step ahead of Onana, but Onana was not a bad goalkeeper until he joined Manchester United. Now, do you think that even if they sign Donnarumma, he's going to struggle or get the same issues that Onana got? Because Onana was, remember, at a point last season, he was the keeper that was exposed to the highest amount of shots.
Shot, yeah.
Now, you don't expect that kind of numbers and the keeper is not conceiving. Now, we can say Onana has made errors. There are balls that you know this ball na your ball, just pick it up and you see it at the back of the net, and made Manchester United either lose the match or they draw the match. Now, getting a Donnarumma, that's if the deal goes through, because he has not yet signed a deal with PSG. If that deal goes through, what do you think?
So first of all, let's look at Manchester United as a whole. I'm not trying to attack them, I'm not trying to mock them, but
You
there are
can mock them,
players.
you can mock
I
them.
can mock them. Okay, sorry, Manchester United fans, but the point is, what is really wrong with Manchester United? Because when I remember when Sanchez left Arsenal to Manchester United, after his first training, he did an interview and said he called his agent and said, "Please, can I go back to Arsenal?" Sancho was doing well at Borussia Dortmund until he went to Manchester United,
Okay.
and all of a sudden he went from good to worst. Rashford was good when he was coming up. At the end of the day, he was bad. Now we now heard of Cristiano Ronaldo coming out to say that the training
Wow,
facility at
it's
Manchester United
terrible.
is terrible.
Let us put
So
it that way.
when all those issues comes up and questions are being asked, what is really wrong with Manchester United? Now Onana was good as at Ajax. He went to Inter Milan. He
Was
was
outstanding.
outstanding. But when he came to Manchester United, he started making errors that we have not seen him made before. Maguire was good at Leicester City before he now went to Manchester United. All of a sudden, Maguire was someone that was being benched from a captain of another team to in short, he was also a captain at Manchester
Manchester
United, but
United.
he was being benched because he was underperforming. So the question is, it's not about going to Manchester United. The question is Manchester United really the Manchester United we know, the Manchester United of now? Are they the Manchester United of Sir Alex Ferguson? Because
No, they
a
are
lot
not.
have changes.
Yes.
Now, players, to me, I feel that for a player to go to Manchester United, it's because of the salary structure. Because
They pay
they
very
pay
well.
very well. At the end of the day, the players don't perform. And the price tag of getting that player to also, to me, affect the player also, because the player will need to live up to that
To
price,
expectation.
to expectation, to that price that you need to live up to that expectation. But at the end of the day, the player will be underperforming, and the criticism from the fans will even bring the morale of the player very low. So I think Manchester United, Donnarumma going to Manchester United might be good, might be a good deal, but at the same time, let us also look at what happened to Onana. Are the players in Manchester United ready? Because if the players are good, I don't think you can be having that shot,
That amount number
that
of
numbers of
yeah,
shots
it's too much.
coming through to meet the goalkeeper. I think they were the team with the most shots, the most face shot on
Yeah,
target last season. So there are so many. It's not about getting. You can get a top goalkeeper, but when your defense
it's
are
whacking.
terrible,
Because that's my point.
when your defense are
At
terrible,
PSG, Donnarumma faces lesser shots. He even has like one of the best defensive partnership in Marquinhos and Pacho.
yeah,
Now coming to Manchester United, that this defense line on is steady, they rotate it. You can see the Leeds playing with Maguire today. Then Euro
tomorrow you
playing
play
with the
Euro and
Leeds.
Martinez.
It's still an experiment. So getting a Donnarumma does not solve
So of
the goalkeeping crisis. Now, another thing I want to look at is who is more of a modern day goalkeeper. Donnarumma or Onana in terms of ball distribution and saves?
So in terms of save, okay in terms of save than Onana, but in terms of ball
Distribution.
distribution, Onana is better than.
So it's safe to say even if na Onana make dey use am dey go, make dem dey use am dey go because
So
in as
before,
much as I go wan laugh dem next season, I wan really mock Manchester United because their expectations dey so high. They've gotten Cunha, they've gotten Mbeumo, they are now looking for a number nine. They believe in their coach Amorim, but I don't see a surprise like one exceptional play coming up next season. I don't see them just Manchester United is back. I believe they will still struggle at some point.
yeah, I told someone, I spoke with someone about that Manchester United will still struggle next season. They will struggle because to me, I feel the coach is still doing his experiment. He has not gotten
He has not gotten
his
his team.
phase
That's what I want them
11.
to just know. Man U never be Man U.
Man, you have, let's say, okay, tomorrow,
If you like, punish all the
let's
players.
say you have a match tomorrow. You know, there are some coaches that there are some things that they have a match tomorrow. Before the end of today, in short, before as of yesterday, the coach already knows his
Yes.
phase
Yeah.
11. So it's not something that tomorrow you have a match tomorrow and today you are still struggling to get your first 11.
All right, let's talk about the new Arsenal signing, Victor Gyökeres. He played his first game he made his debut against Tottenham. And he played, I think, 15 minutes,
14
zero,
minutes.
14 minutes, zero shot on target, zero off target, zero goal, zero assist. And he was the most talked about player on the internet. Now, do you think that that first game that he played will amount to some sort of pressure and it might affect him throughout the season or when the season begins? Or that will be a morale booster for him to want to prove himself?
So first of all, as an Arsenal fan, I know anything I say, people will
He will
feel
be biased.
because it's my team. That's why I'm saying it. But to be very frank, when he came in, you know, Arsenal for the past few seasons, they have not had a striker
A
to play
proper striker
all those true passes to. All they do is they play from the
from the
wing
wing.
and they crosses the ball in. So if you look at the few touches he made when he came on, I think it showed promising aspect of okay, I can be of good help to the team. So the next thing I think Arsenal should do is they should try playing the ball to the striker.
Yeah.
Because that 14 minutes, I think that 14 minutes, the rating he had it was about 6.4 rating at the end
Six
of the
point
game.
4.1 oh.
4.1.
4.1 a very bad rating sef. They for no put
So
am for that game.
so to me, I think it was just according to the coach said he was not ready for the match, but that the next game is hopefully he might start the next game. So I cannot just judge a player by 14 minutes.
No, 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 you can't do
No,
that.
even 15 minutes,
No,
it's too small.
even
But
one game sef dey small.
15 minutes is a very big time.
Yes.
But for your first appearance, your first debut for the team, a 15 minutes camo is not something I would say, oh, he performed badly. He made some
It's just
moves
15
that
minutes.
I actually say,
A
yes,
promising one sef.
this is good. But the midfielders need to feed him with
Now
the
let's just
passes.
talk overall performance, Arsenal performance as Tottenham. What do you think?
Well,
Average, good, the best?
they were not at their best. It was, should I say, good? Yeah, it was good because they played very well. They created chances, although most of those chances came in the second half when some substitutions were made. And Zubimendi came in and changed the midfield pattern of the game. Trossard came in, even though he played for how many few minutes and then
Yeah.
got injured. But the few minutes he was on the pitch, he made some good impact. And this Max Dorman, the 15-year-old boy, that boy is
Dat
marvelous.
boy dey 15.
So that is what they told us. His football age, they say he's 15 years, but he plays be at his football mentality, his football experience is more than that of a
Yes,
15-year-old
yes.
boy. So he played with more confidence. And another thing I noticed is Martin Odegaard. I don't know. He need to up his passes. Like the the passes inside the final third need to come as quickly as possible because you see players making run and you're trying to calm the game down. No, when you see your players make move, you need to set the pass, playing the ball for them to create more chances. So to me, their performance against Tottenham, I will just rate it as it was good.
Alright, let me just chip this in. Aside Pep, aside Pep Guardiola, Arne Slot, Ruben Amorim, Mikel Arteta, Enzo Maresca, which other coach dey there again? Okay, those four coaches, who be the best tactically?
Tactically, everybody it all
No,
points to
I know, but let's
it all
just
points to one person, which is Pep Guardiola.
yeah, all of them.
Yes. So
Aside Slot, because Slot na a very high pressing game in the play. But Guardiola, Pep, I say Guardiola, Pep,
Guardiola
Arteta, Enzo Maresca, who else? They all play possessive game.
game.
So now let's just say Arne Slot, Mikel Arteta, Enzo Maresca, and who else? Those coaches. Who is the best tactically?
Well, tactically, I'll still go for Mikel Arteta because
Longevity or just last season?
no, at least for the few seasons he has been at
So
Arsenal.
you dey judge am based on the few seasons wey he don dey.
Yeah. And I
But
do I see I think from his games that I have watched, he improves on every games.
can it be argued that Enzo Maresca is the best tactical coach in the Premier League aside from Pep Guardiola? This is a coach that changes his formation for every game. Like you as an opposition, you don't know wetin him dey carry come. You no know wetin him dey carry come. Like you just dey live on, okay, I know if Caicedo is fit, he plays. If James is fit, he plays. If Kopama is fit, he plays. But the tactical plan is unpredictable. That's just an argument. But for you, you say Mikel Arteta.
Yes, why I still go for Mikel Arteta is most of the time you expect him to bring out um, Timber and then put in a defender.
Yeah.
But you bring out Timber, put in maybe a winger or a midfielder, and then bring Thomas Partey to play two. So to me, now I'm looking at what he will do this season. Now that Thomas Partey is no longer there. Now some matches you see Rice playing as a number six.
Yeah.
Some matches you see Rice playing as a number eight. Some matches you see Rice playing as a winger, covering in, maybe stepping up
Yeah.
in a winger position. So and Mascares is good. He has this sometimes he pick James playing in a midfield position, and to me it's just all of them they have those
Similar attributes to
similar
Pep.
to Pep
Because talking
because
about Thomas Partey playing right back, we've seen Caicedo too play the right back. So it's something wey we say we fit attribute to Pep Guardiola.
yes.
So the summer transfer window still dey open, and I think till the end of this month, August, it will still be open. Tell me one signing you are still looking up to before the window closes. One signing you are
For
still
my
looking up
team or
for your
for
team or generally.
okay for my team it's not even one. I'm looking at two signings that can get the team that can say, oh, our transfer window is 100/100.
Okay.
If you can get Eze and
Eberichi Eze.
Eberechi Eze and Rodrigo from Real Madrid, or if you can get
Ah,
Eze and then still get Rafaelio from AC Milan, I would think we
why
have
una dey dream big like this
I
now?
would think that we
Arsenal
have
fan.
100/100 transfer window. Because
You don
one,
sign a
we have
defender, sha.
yeah, if you no, my problem is we have from goalkeeping position to midfielder.
It's just attacking.
It's just attacking. Now I don't depend. Martinelli is not giving
Hey
his
boy, you
100.
sign Madueke now, and you have
Madueke,
Etamanere,
fine. Itawanere plays. Ateta does not want to use him as
a
a
winger.
winger. You want to use him as a midfielder, as per Odegaard
Cover up.
cover up. Now Madueke came in as Saka cover up.
So you need one more
I
cover
need
up
one
for
more cover up
Martinelli.
for Martinelli.
You get so sad.
Trust that he
Reece
just
Nelson played against Tottenham now.
no
He plays
Nelson
well
is
now.
going.
He's going.
Yes,
Una
we are
keep am.
selling him. So we are selling him To me, I even think you can even say that Martinelli. He has tried his best. Fine. He has a
I get
promising prospect.
Bracola, abi.
So you can sell him, then get Rafaelio to come in, and then Eberechi
Uh,
can also come in. Then our window, our transfer summer will be 10/10.
so tell me one transfer or three transfers that you don't want to happen this transfer window. Can be for your club, opposition, or players wey you no wan make dem move this
No,
transfer
the point
window.
is, I wouldn't want to comment on anybody's team. I want to speak on my team
Okay,
so that
fine.
tomorrow it will not look as if, okay, if I say now, Liverpool should not sign Isak. They will say,
You don already say make Liverpool no sign Isak.
people now, Liverpool fans say, yes, I have bad plans for them. So I wouldn't want to say, don't sign anybody. Your club should not sign anybody that they want to sign. No, sign your player so that at the end of the season, the way you banter me that shebi you guys bought the players you want and you did not win league, and if that also happens to you, I want to say, shey you guys got the players you
Na
wanted,
so we
what
dey
happened
na
that
so we
you
dey
did not
wait for
carry the
una for
league?
dis Gokoresh.
So no, now everybody is saying shebi Arsenal have signed Gogores, Arsenal should carry the
Goal
Premier League.
machine. We dey wait for una.
So now please, you people should leave Arsenal alone. Me the Arsenal fan, we are okay with our team. So like I said, anything that want to sign a player, anything that sees the players they want, that they feel can improve their team, go for it. Sign the player, integrate the player into your team, and then fine, go on. But to me, like I said, I've drawn my own plans for Arsenal. If they can get
Yeah.
two more additions in the person of Eze and either Rafaelio or Rodrigo from Real Madrid, to me, I would think we have had the best transfer window in years ever since I've known Arsenal.
Alright, we'll see how it goes. So don't forget to like this video, comment, share, make e reach other people, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel, follow abeg, so that you go dey get more updates from us. And don't forget, the African competition CHAN is going to start today. African Championship for home based player will be starting today. Nigeria will be fully represented. Stay glued to this channel so that you go get every info live as e dey happen and when Nigeria dey play from us. So like, comment, and share this video. Thank you for watching.